Hello and welcome to Mr. Barton's autograph video number 65. Now, over the course of the next 3 weeks, I'm going to be looking at 3 of my favourite mathematical puzzles and how we can use autograph to understand them a bit clearer. And the first one comes from the Median blog by Don Steward. Now, if you've never visited this blog, your life is about to change for the better because it is absolutely fantastic, crammed full of amazing resources. And one of the problems on there is this one, jumping. Now, as Don says, start with any 3 points anywhere you like on the page, and then pop another point somewhere, the starting point. And what you do from this starting point is you leapfrog over point A. And by that, I mean you start at the point and you travel to point A and then you go the exact same distance and direction beyond point A and you arrive at a new point. Now from this new point, you then leapfrog over B, so you do the exact same thing, arrive at a new point, and then from there you leapfrog over point C and you arrive at a new point there. And then Don suggests that you do this a couple more times. So from this new point, leapfrog over A, and then leapfrog over B and back over C, and see what you notice, and then crucially, can you prove it? Now this is a really interesting problem. So what I do is I say to the students, okay, explain the problem to them, give them pen and paper or whatever they want, and say, right, test it out, construct it. Now it's a really useful exercise in construction because some students will want to use compasses, some students will try and do it straight off with a ruler, and it's a really good test of how accurate they can construct and measure things, because if they don't do it accurately, then it won't work. Anyway, once they've constructed it, we can then turn to autograph, because the advantage of autograph is we can try out lots of different scenarios very easily, and that'll take us one step further along the road to the all crucial generalization. So let's have a look at how we can construct this problem on autograph. So I've got a 2D blank graph page. We're going to get rid of this key, right click, get rid of show key. I'm going to select 0.1 grid snap settings just because I want to be a bit more accurate with my point placement and a bit more flexible, and I'm going to get rid of the axes. Right, first things first, let's plonk 3 points on here, so whiz them anywhere you like, so I'll go there. Just for clarity, I am going to just highlight these points with a little circle, so I'm going to select that point, right click, I'll have a circle of radius 0.2, I think, nice. Select this point, right click, circle radius 0.2. Notice, because I'm in whiteboard mode, I have to keep deselecting everything before I select my next point. Right click, circle 0.2. Perfect. And now I'm going to plop a random point on the board, so let's go for somewhere down there. Now let's think what this puzzle is asking us to do. We have to start at this point, we have to travel to the first point, and then travel the exact same distance beyond it. Now it's a really good activity in construction, because how do we tell autograph to do that? Well, one thing we could do is use vectors. So if I select that point first and then that point, and I right click and I go to create vector, I've got there, but now I want to go that same vector beyond it. Well, one way of doing that is to select this first point, select this vector, right click and say okay, travel twice as far, so 2 lots of that vector. Click OK and we get there. Now just for aesthetics, sorry that's a tricky word, I'm going to get rid of this first vector, so I'm just going to hover around until I can click on the little arrow, there it is, right click and hide object. You don't need to do that, but it just keeps the page looking clean because it's going to get quite busy soon. Okay, now the beauty of this is, because I haven't told autograph any fixed points, I can move that wherever I like, and I can move this wherever I like. Okay, now I do the same thing, so I start on this point and I travel to there, I right click, I create a vector, and now I'm going to do the same thing, click on that vector, click on that point, right click, I'm going to multiply it scale factor 2. Now I can't be bothered tidying that vector up, so I'll leave it like that. And same thing, there to there, right click, create a vector, and there, click on that point, click on the vector, right click, multiply that vector by a scale factor 2, and I end up down there. Now what the puzzle then requires you to do is do the same thing again. So from there, leapfrog over A, leapfrog over B, and leapfrog over C. If you find yourself going off the page, you can move the little hand tool around to drag around, or you can just adjust your original starting points to keep things a bit tighter. And what happens when you do 2 laps of this? Well, let's have a look. I've gone over there, there's my first leap, second leap, third leap, fourth leap, fifth leap, and if I do one more leap, so I go there to there, right click, and I create a vector, and then I go twice as far, what is going to happen here? Multiply the vector, and I end up exactly back where I started. And as I can demonstrate with autograph, that will always happen no matter where my original 3 points are. Now your job is, can you prove why that's the case? Bye for now.